down or retract the post you made on the 19th of November. Do you maintain that?
Mr. Chairman, can I, in answering this question, read the second paragraph of my post? The CJ should be ashamed of herself after preaching against such vices in ICGC and failing to walk her talk and take a stand when it matters most. Context. She had heard the injunction case, deferred ruling because she wanted to get the benefit of understanding the substantive case. When that time came, she walked away from it. I am a man of deep faith. My faith will never waver when it comes to my principles on homosexuality as a Christian. She passed the buck when she had to take a stance when it mattered most. And that's why I continue to say, such characters are the ones our Lord Jesus Christ chased out of the temple with a whip. So it's context. Thank you.
Let's stay on context. Do you know that our faith, as we exercise it, and the law do not operate on the same level? Do you know that?
Yes, I do.
So it would be unfair to attack a judge in a matter of law merely because of the faith she professes.
Mr. Chairman, I did not attack. I criticized. Thank you.
Would you agree with me that it would be unfair to criticize a judge sitting in a court of law for exercising her discretion in law merely because of her faith?
If that judge is also a lay preacher, I would expect that her judgment will be influenced by her calling and by her faith.
Very well. Let me, Chairman, let me take him to the next thing. Hello?
I'm a judge.
Honorable nominee, I have given.
Willkommen bei Wieso Steuer?
Ich mache meine Steuer mit Elster.
Dem diebischen Vogel?
Nee, der Software vom Finanzamt.
Was? Nimm lieber Wieso Steuer, die bringen dir dein Geld zurück. Hol dir dein Geld zurück. Mit Wieso Steuer. Jetzt kostenlos ausprobieren.
The reading of God's word. Look here, you who say, today or tomorrow, we are going to a certain town and will stay there a year. We will do business there and make a profit. How do you know what your life will be like tomorrow? It's a very big question. Your life is like the morning fall.
Honorable nominee.
It is here a little.
Yes, Chairman.
Wow.
I have given you a document.
Then,
a paper. Please read it aloud to the end. I've written something there on top with a pen.
Chairman, with the greatest of respect, this document is not one authored by me. It is Act 1, Scene 1 from Macbeth.
That is correct. That is correct.
I don't know if it is within my place to request from the chairman the relevance of reading Macbeth as a Minister for Communications, Digital Technology and Innovations. Honorable Leader, once the document is not emanating from the nominee, accordingly, he's not supposed to answer any question based on it.
Chairman, with respect. Chairman, with respect. Chairman, with respect.
Honorable Leader, you know the position of the law, that if you are not the author of a document, you are not responsible for the content of the document, and as such, you cannot be asked to answer questions based on a document of which you are not the author.
Chairman, is being read to lay a foundation to mount a question is allowed. I don't know why.
Honorable Leader, Minority Leader, Honorable my learned friend.
Continue.
Tolle Angebote auf Amazon. Und alles singt und klingt.
Du suchst einen Gebrauchtwagen? Autohero hat die besten Deals für dich. Zum Beispiel den BMW 1er ab 15.500 € oder den Seat Leon ab 11.200 € und viele mehr. Bei Autohero.
Mr. Chairman, the first paragraph says our government is complicit. Our government is complicit and will not do anything about it. Nanado bears ultimate responsibility. He has the power to arrest and deal decisively with everyone involved. I don't care what party they belong to, they are wicked criminals. Deal with them. But alas, Nanado cannot. He's complicit and a beneficiary. If we want to deal with this canker, we need to be honest and brutally frank with the truth.
So I'm saying that, I've read it. This job, I've been doing it for some 15 years and more. So I know where I'm getting to. I'm done with the other leg of you saying he's a beneficiary. So back to the complicit part. I'm asking you whether you maintain that Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, our former president, was indeed complicit. Do you maintain that?
Given the poor fight against Galamsey, I hold that view.
Get you, please.
Given the abysmal fight against Galamsey, I hold that view.
To what extent do you hold that view that his performance in the Galamsey fight was abysmal.
The president promised to put the presidency on the line to fight Galamsey. There were several instances where persons in the president's government and party were found or accused of being involved in the illegal mining of gold in our country, in forest reserves and water bodies. The president did not show the leadership that he promised his country. He folded. And that's the record. It can't be changed. So as far as I'm concerned, he was competent.
Any evidence of objective value to the effect that
Spirit that he may not understand.
to hold that view that
Honorable Chair, please. Yes, Mr. Chairman, it's a post I made.
honorable members of parliament who are visiting us, order. I'm not taking chairman's powers. Order. This is an exercise that students will learn something from. Yes, so, honorable nominee, please read it aloud.
As a son of Gandangwe,
Yes.
I am outraged and disgusted at the continued abuse of state power and authority and the wanton encroachment and capture of Ga lands. The latest attempt to steal lands belonging to GIS by agents purporting to be from the presidency of Nana Akufo-Addo is shameful and sad. I am yet to hear a condemnation from the Minister of Lands and Natural Resources, Honorable Samuel Abu Jinapor. He is responsible for the sector, and his children attend the affected school. It is also time for the Gamanche and the Greater Accra Regional House of Chiefs to man up and speak. Their silence is cowardice and a blot on the integrity of the Gan state. They either speak up or we consider them willing accomplices. The next John Dramani Mahama government from 2025 must recover all such stolen lands and prosecute the perpetrators irrespective of their political colors. Enough is enough. Followed by a lion emoji, an angry face emoji, and Ghana, the Ghana flag. Thank you.
Honorable nominee,
Chairman.
we'll do some little exercise on this post.
Yes, Chairman.
Respectfully, at the time you made this post, did you have reason to
Mr.
believe that
Chairman, the first paragraph says our government is
government
complicit.
officials
Our
were
government
taking over
is complicit
GIS
and will
lands?
not do anything
Did you
about
have
it.
reason to
Nanado
believe
bears ultimate
Say-
responsibility.
to be true?
He has the power to arrest and deal decisively
Can you
with
share with
everyone
us
involved.
The
I don't
grounds
care what
upon which
party they belong to, they are wicked criminals. Deal with them. But alas, Nanado cannot. He is complicit and a beneficiary. If we want to deal with this canker, we need to be honest and brutally frank with the truth.
Oh, I'm saying that, I've read it. This job, I've been doing it for some 15 years and more. So I know where I'm getting to. I'm done with the other leg. of you saying he's a beneficiary. So back to the complicit part. I'm asking you whether you maintain that Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, our former president, was indeed complicit. Do you maintain that?
Given the poor fight against Galamsey, I hold that view.
Get you, please.
Given the abysmal fight against Galamsey, I hold that view.
To what extent do you hold that view that his performance in the Galamsey fight was abysmal?
The president promised to put his presidency on the line to fight Galamsey. There were several instances where persons in the president's government and party were found or accused of being involved in the illegal mining of gold in our country, in forest reserves and water bodies. The president did not show the leadership that he promised this country. He folded, and that's the record. It can't be changed. So as far as I'm concerned, he was complicit.
Do you have any evidence or probative value to the effect that these people that you claim were part of government and were mining were at the presidency?
Mr. Chairman, the government is bigger than the presidency. The government extends even to the ruling party. That's why the ruling party's general secretary and national chairman sit in cabinet. So the party is part of government. And the ministries are part of government. Agencies are part of government. So if persons in agencies and persons in the party, ruling party, are involved in this, the government is complicit. It stands to hold. Thank you.
Okay, so what you are suggesting to us today is that now that President John Dramani Mahama is the President of the Republic, any individual at the party level, say constituency officer in Owen, involved in a Galamsey activity, citizens of this country should loudly say that to the extent that that person is a member of the ruling party, John Dramani Mahama, His Excellency, respectfully, should be held complicit. Correct?
I haven't said so. If President Mahama puts his presidency on the line to fight corruption and is unable to take action in the unforeseeable instance where an appointee of his, there is evidence of corruption, and he rather seeks to clear them like we've seen in the past, then you can hold President Mahama liable. But the President Mahama I know, and his track record that is before this country, we've seen the Jidas scandal. We've seen previous scandals. He ran a sunlight campaign on corruption. So I know that if what you are suggesting is not what I've said, but President Akufo-Addo put his presidency on the line. He raised the bar. He raised the standard. And so we hold him to that standard. Thank you.
Now, should any agency, now that President John Mahama is in office, you are again suggesting that should any agency involved in anti-Galamsey activity falter in any way, it would amount to the president himself being complicit, correct?
Not correct, Mr. Chairman. I gave a specific example. President Mahama has been definite on corruption because corruption is the biggest problem.
Talking about anti-Galamsey.
President
we are talking
Mahama,
about Galamsey, so
yes.
let's stay there.
No, Mr. Chairman, because of the question you asked, President Mahama...
Honorable nominee.
Honorable nominee, the question is specific, making specific reference to Galamsey. It's not asking you any question in relation to corruption. So if you can stay within the question and provide your answers briefly, you will do us a very good service.
Yes, I asked you the question. Or you want me
Honorable Chair, please, if the question could be repeated.
My question to you. Now we have President John Dramani Mahama in office. Should any agency involved in anti-Galamsey activity fail, should we say that the President of the Republic is complicit?
No, Mr. Chairman.
Pardon?
No, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, so you are suggesting that in this current administration, any failure on the part of any agency in the fight against Galamsey should not be held against the president, correct?
He has responsibilities. He will fulfill his responsibilities.
Yes, I know. No, as for that one, we all expect government to fulfill their responsibilities. But my question is, should there be any failing at any agency? Should there be any failing in any agency? Will the president be complicit?
Mr. Chairman, respectfully, this is now assumptions. We're building scenarios. I can't speak indefinite to conjecture and scenarios. If we get to that point, I'm sure today we are speaking about this because there is hindsight on President Akufo-Addo's leadership. I believe that we'll have the opportunity 4 years down the line to judge President Mahama, but it will be unfair for me to pass judgment on a man who is barely 3 weeks in office. Thank you.
Please, Chair, with your leave, may our clerk and the clerk to the committee have this and take back the earlier Yes, please. Yes, please. Are you in possession of the 7?
Yes,
I've
please.
labeled the 7, please.
Yes, please, Mr. Chairman. Exhibit 7.
Kindly identify it. Is it a post you made, please?
Yes, Mr. Chairman, it's a post I made.
Honorable members of parliament who are visiting us, order. I'm not taking chairman's powers. Order. This is an exercise that students will learn something from. Yes, so, honorable nominee, please read it aloud.
As a son of Gandangwe,
Yes.
I am outraged and disgusted at the continued abuse of state power and authority and the wanton encroachment and capture of Ghana lands. The latest attempt to steal lands belonging to GIS by agents purporting to be from the presidency of Nana Akufo-Addo is shameful and sad. I am yet to hear a condemnation from the Minister of Lands and Natural Resources, Honorable Samuel Abu Jinapor. He is responsible for the sector, and his children attend the affected school. It is also time for the Gamanche and the Greater Accra Regional House of Chiefs to man up and speak. Their silence is cowardice and a blot on the integrity of the Gan state. They either speak up or we consider them willing accomplices. The next John Dramani Mahama government from 2025 must recover all such stolen lands and prosecute the perpetrators irrespective of their political colors. Enough is enough. Followed by a lion emoji, an angry face emoji, and Ghana, the Ghana flag. Thank you.
Honorable nominee. Did you have reason to believe that the government officials were taking over GI? Honorable nominee.
Chairman.
We'll do some little exercise on this post.
Yes, Chairman.
Respectfully, at the time you made this post, did you have reason to believe that the government officials were taking over GIS lands? Did you have reason to believe same to be true?
Yes, Mr. Chairman.
Can you share with us the grounds upon which this was founded?
Mr. Chairman, I listened to the news that day, and there was the news reported that a team of armed officers purporting to have come from the office of the president had accompanied a private real estate developer to take portions of the land belonging to GIS in the cantonment area. Thank you.
Did you take steps to verify this information prior to the post? Did you verify?
Mr. Chairman, I had no reason to doubt the credibility of the media houses on which I heard the story.
Which media houses did you hear the story?
Mr. Chairman, it was reported, I believe, by Citi. It was reported by Joy. These are two of the most credible media houses in the country.
And what was the report?
That officers or security personnel purported to be coming from the office of the president had accompanied a real estate developer to take over portions of GIS land.
So you've used the word purported, which means that there was no evidence of state-sponsored takeover of GIS land. You've used purported to suggest that indeed there was no such evidence that the government was aiding a private developer to take over portions of GIS land, correct?
The evidence I based on was a news reportage.
Would you want to retract this post?
Mr. Chairman, with your permission, I will read a Ghana Web story that speaks to this particular issue.
Honorable nominee, the question is, would you want to retract?
No.
Or you still
No, Mr.
Answering
Chairman.
the question. Nobody asked you to go and read anything from Ghana Web.
Honorable nominee, with the leave of chair, I will let you read.
Hey, Ralf Schumacher? Du willst wissen, wie viel dein Auto wert ist? Ja klar! Auf wirkaufendeinauto.de erhältst du den Top-Verkaufspreis schnell und einfach online. Neugierig geworden, was dein Auto wert ist? Meine Empfehlung, hol dir jetzt deinen Preis auf wirkaufendeinauto.de.
Hi, Papa.
Das ist ja wohl der Gipfel.
Käse.
Schmeckt auch im Tal der milde Gipfelkäse von Bergader.